I thought she died in the war. 10 years ago. She saved my life, disappeared into the fire, and never came back. But last night, at exactly 3:17 a.m., she found me again. Same voice, same name. 5 words. I never forgot you, human. But the message wasn't just for me. She's not alone this time, and what's coming with her could burn our entire planet before sunrise. Welcome to a brand new story. My name is Michael, and I'm the voiceover artist for this channel. Let me take you inside a tale of war, love, betrayal, and the one alien warrior who refused to forget him. They told us the war ended 10 years ago. They lied. Because now, she's back. And this time, she didn't come alone. He thought the message was just a memory, a mistake from the past. But the voice, the words, they were hers. I never forgot you, human. She wasn't a dream. She wasn't a ghost. She was real. And she was standing right on top of Earth's biggest junkyard. But before he could speak, her blade was at his throat. Welcome back. This is Michael, your storyteller and voiceover artist. Let me take you deep into part 1 of this unforgettable tale, where the past doesn't die, and the truth hides in the trash. The wind blew sharp through the metal towers of Zone 19, Earth's largest post-war scrap field. Broken starships, burned droids, old flags from a war no one wanted to remember. Jack Sorrell walked slowly between the rusted hulls and shattered glass. His boots crunched over ash and dust. He didn't belong here anymore. But the message changed everything. That voice. He knew it was hers. 10 years. No contact. No signs. Just one message last night. 5 words. That was all. I never forgot you, human. And it led him here. He climbed over a rusted transport, sharp metal tearing into his glove. The air smelled like burnt oil and wet smoke. Then he saw her, half-shadowed, standing on a broken engine block, tall, armored, dangerous. Her armor shimmered like starlight over black steel. But it was her face that stopped his breath. Zara, the Zelyari rebel, the warrior who once saved his life. Her long hair was braided back, now dark red instead of silver. Her skin still glowed faintly, that same pale blue shine he remembered. Her lips curled into a half-smile, half-warning. She hadn't changed at all. He had. Jack Sorrell, she said softly, voice smooth like smoke, but with that alien sharpness. You got old. Jack Blee, a kid. You're real. She jumped down, boots landing silent on the metal. In a flash, her blade was out, glowing edge pointed at his chest. Tell me, she said, do you still have it? Jack didn't move. Have what? She narrowed her eyes. You know what? His heart thumped. She was serious and angry. Zara, I thought you were dead, and I thought humans didn't forget their promises. Her blade lowered, but just an inch. Jack raised both hands, palms open. I never told anyone, not even command. I kept it hidden, just like you asked. She stepped closer. Her armor buzzed with quiet energy. Then why... is it missing? Jack froze. Missing? She didn't blink. 3 days ago, someone opened the vault. That's impossible, Jack said. Only I... Exactly. Zara turned and started walking. Jack followed without thinking. They passed through what once was a fallen alien gunship, now turned into a dark tunnel of pipes and cables. She moved like a ghost through it all, as if she'd been here for years. Jack stared at her back. Same armor, same attitude, but something was different. She looked hunted. "You're not here just for the data, are you?" he asked. "No." "Then what?" She stopped, looked back at him. "I came to see if you were still the man I left behind." That hit him like a punch to the gut. She turned away again. "Also, the galaxy's about to burn." Outside, thunder rolled. A dark shape moved behind the clouds. Something massive. Jack followed her gaze upward. "That's not one of ours," he whispered. "No," she said, "it's mine." The ship in the sky was shaped like a blade. Long, curved, silent. No engines, no lights. Just a black shadow above the clouds, floating like it had always been there. Jack's throat tightened. "You brought a warship to Earth?" Zara didn't answer at first. She was watching the sky. Watching them. "There's no war," she said. "Not yet." Jack stepped in front of her. "That thing shouldn't be here. Earth's satellites will—" "They already saw it," she interrupted. "And they already fired on it." He blinked. "Wait, what?" She looked at him finally. Her face, unreadable. "They sent drones. 4 of them. All gone." Jack couldn't believe what he was hearing. Earth Command would never ignore something like this. They were watching the sky every second of the day. Then why aren't we on red alert? Why didn't the warning go out? Zara stepped closer. Her voice dropped low. "Because someone, on your side, told them to stand down." Jack stepped back. "You're saying Earth is working with—" "I'm saying," Zara cut in, "that the thing we tried to hide, the thing we buried together 10 years ago, they found it, and now they want to use it." She took something from her side pouch. A cube, small, black, buzzing with faint blue light. He knew what it was. He hadn't seen one since the war. A memory core. "What's on it?" he asked. She looked him dead in the eye. Proof of what they stole, of who helped them, and of what it's going to do, if we don't stop it. The air around them changed. Jack noticed it first in the way the wind stopped. Then, the sound. A high-pitched whine. Very far, but getting closer. Zara grabbed his arm. "They found me." "Who?" Jack asked. "Not humans," she said. "Not Zelyari." Her eyes narrowed. "Something worse." She pulled him through the wreckage, fast, silent, focused. Behind them, a blue beam shot from the sky, hitting the junk piles like lightning. Metal exploded. Fire erupted. From the smoke, a shape rose, tall, thin, mechanical. Its body shimmered like glass. No face, no eyes, just motion. Jack had never seen anything like it. Zara threw him a gun. One of hers. "This doesn't belong to any world," she whispered. "It's ancient, and it's hunting us." The machine moved fast. Too fast. It leapt, twisted, rolled across the junk like water. Jack fired twice, missed. Zara shot once, hit it. The thing screamed, not in pain, in recognition. Jack felt it. The scream wasn't just sound, it was inside his head. "What the hell is that thing?" he yelled. Zara's face was pale now. "I hoped we'd never see it again." They dove behind a broken ship wing. Jack's hands were shaking. He looked at her. "Why me, Zara? Why did you come back for me?" She didn't speak for a moment. Then, "Because you were the only human who knew how to hide it." You were the only one I could trust. And? She touched his face. Softly. Something in her eyes. Not just mission, not just fear. I never forgot you, Jack. And if we don't stop this now, I won't get another chance. The machine's shriek faded behind them. But Jack knew it wasn't gone. It was just waiting. Zara led him through the metal graveyard, past towers of broken ships, through tunnels made from crushed engines and alien steel. Every path felt like a memory, every turn colder. They stopped in front of a large, rusted hatch buried beneath old cargo pods. Jack stared. He hadn't seen this place in 10 years. The vault, he whispered. You knew I'd hidden it here? Zara nodded. You never told me, but I knew. Jack pressed his hand to the metal. It scanned his palm. A red light blinked once, then green. With a slow groan, the doors opened. Inside, the air was colder, dead, but not empty. Rows of crates lined the room, steel shelves stacked with weapons, alien tech, and something glowing faintly in the center of the floor. A glass pod, cracked, empty. Jack froze. No, 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 no. This was sealed. Zara's eyes stayed on the pod. That's what I tried to tell you. She stepped forward. They opened it, took what was inside, left the rest. Jack moved around the pod, searching, panicking. He opened nearby lockers, half of them empty. One of them burned from the inside. They did this without alerting Earth's command? He asked. Zara didn't answer. She was looking at the markings on the floor. Three-toed, deep, burned into the steel. Not human, not Zelyari. These tracks, she whispered. They're from the machine we saw. Jack shook his head. That thing, it came from here? Zara nodded. No, worse. She looked up at him, her face pale. It was what we stored here. Silence. Jack stepped back. You're saying we locked it up 10 years ago? Zara nodded slowly. After the crash, after the raid, we didn't know what it was. We thought it was just dead tech. She looked at the cracked pod. It was sleeping. Suddenly, the lights in the vault flicked, cared, then died. Darkness. Only the glow from Zara's armor lit the room. A low hum began in the walls, deep and wrong. Jack raised the gun she gave him. Not again! The hum grew louder. A voice echoed softly across the chamber. But it wasn't a voice. It was thought. You opened the gate. Jack turned toward the pod. Empty. But something was standing beside it now. Tall, made of light and metal, face like liquid glass. Zara whispered. It followed us. The creature spoke again. Not with words, with pressure. You were never meant to wake me. Zara stepped forward. We buried you. You were finished. I was waiting, the voice said. And now, your war begins again. The walls cracked. Smoke hissed from the steel. A deep rumble began to rise from beneath the vault. Jack aimed the gun. His hands shook. Zara, he said, what is this thing? Her voice was hollow. A weapon, a prison, a warning from another galaxy. She turned to him. It's not here to fight us. She looked back at the being. It's here to judge us. The room was trembling now. Steel walls groaned and cracked. Lights flickered red through broken panels. Jack and Zara stood frozen, staring at the strange creature that glowed in the center of the vault. Judge us? Jack finally managed, voice shaking. For what? The entity moved closer. each step slow, like ice sliding over metal. "You unleashed a power you could never control," the voice hummed inside their minds. "Now your worlds will answer." Jack's heart raced. He aimed at the creature, hands tight around the alien gun. "Zara, tell me you have a plan." Her eyes were locked on the creature. "Working on it." The creature raised one shimmering hand. The vault walls shattered around them. Outside, the metal scrap piles floated upward, spinning slowly, held by an invisible force. The entity stepped through the opening, gliding effortlessly over twisted steel and glass. Jack and Zara followed cautiously. The sky above was darkening, a storm swirling violently. "It's calling its ship," Zara whispered. "If it leaves here, Earth is finished." Jack grabbed her arm, turning her to face him. "Then we stop it. Now." Zara hesitated, her eyes wide, uncertain. "There's only one way, and it might kill us both." Jack nodded quickly, without doubt. "Tell me what we have to do." She took his hand firmly. "We have to destroy my ship. It's what brought it here, and it's the only thing powerful enough to end this." They ran, through wreckage, through smoke, toward her blade-shaped ship hovering in the clouds. Behind them, the glowing figure rose higher, pulling more debris into the air. Jack looked up. "We need to get up there, fast." Zara touched a bracelet on her wrist. Her ship hummed loudly. A glowing blue portal opened beneath it, beaming down to them. "Hold on tight," she warned. He took her hand. Together they stepped into the light, and everything blurred. They were instantly inside Zara's ship. Sleek walls, pulsing lights, power thrummed beneath their feet, but alarms screamed around them. Zara moved quickly, tapping controls. The ship responded, shaking violently as it turned upward, aiming at the swirling storm. Jack stared at her in shock. "You're flying us straight into the storm?" "No," she answered. "Straight into it." Ahead, the creature hovered silently, waiting, watching, unafraid. Jack watched as Zara prepared the weapons, her face calm, steady, and determined. "You're sure about this?" he asked. Her eyes never left the controls. "It's our only chance." Suddenly, the creature's voice filled their minds again. "You seek to stop judgment. With more violence?" It sounded almost amused. "Humans, always choosing fire over truth." The ship shuddered again. Zara looked at Jack, her eyes softening for just a moment. "If we fail, forgive me." Jack shook his head. "No apologies. Whatever happens, we face it together." She smiled slightly, then fired. The ship surged forward, weapons blazing. A beam of blinding white energy shot toward the entity. But just before impact, it raised its hand, and the world exploded around them. Light, noise, pain. Jack felt the explosion first. It tore through the ship, spinning it like a leaf caught in a storm. Everything blurred. He reached blindly for Zara, but smoke filled his lungs, choking him. "Zara!" he called out desperately. No answer, just flames crackling, alarms wailing. The ship lurched again, metal twisting and screeching violently as they fell from the sky. Jack crawled through the smoke, searching, heart racing. And then he saw her, lying still on the shattered deck, eyes closed, armor flickering weakly. He ran to her, dropping to his knees. "Zara, wake up!" Her eyes opened slowly. "Jack!" She tried to rise, but pain made her stop. Blood dripped from her shoulder, armor cracked. Jack helped her sit up gently. "We're going down," he whispered urgently. "We have to move." The world spun wildly around them. Through the broken viewport, Earth rushed closer and closer. Zara coughed, grabbing Jack's arm tightly. "There's one more thing. You must know." Jack stared into her eyes. "What is it?" "The weapon. The entity. I didn't just find it during the war." He froze. "What?" Zara's voice shook. "My people. They built it. To punish Earth. To end the war." Jack stared at her, speechless. "You built it?" She nodded weakly. "But I stole it from them. To save Earth. And to save you." The ship groaned loudly, warning them they were out of time. Jack lifted Zara to her feet. "You risked everything. For us." She nodded painfully. "For you, Jack." Jack gripped her tightly, feeling the heat of the fire around them. "Then we're going to finish what you started." They rushed to the escape pod bay. Smoke thicker now, choking them, vision blurring. The pod doors opened just as flames erupted behind them. Jack shoved Zara inside, leaping in after her. As the hatch sealed, they watched her ship fall in flames, straight into the scrap fields below. The pod landed hard, throwing them against each other. They stumbled out into the smoky wasteland, surrounded again by twisted metal, ash, and silence. Jack looked around, dazed. "It's gone," he breathed. "The creature, your ship, everything." "No," Zara whispered. "It's never gone." She pointed toward the smoke clearing ahead. Standing in the wreckage was the entity, waiting. Its voice returned, quiet, haunting. "You only delayed what must happen." It stepped closer, untouched by the flames around it. "Earth will still face judgment, and so will your worlds." Jack stood protectively in front of Zara, facing the creature defiantly. "You think you can punish worlds for our mistakes? Who are you to judge us?" The entity moved closer. Jack felt it now, an icy pressure against his mind. "I am what your wars created. I am justice. I am truth." Jack shook his head. "No, you're just another weapon, and every weapon can be stopped." The creature paused, then tilted its head slightly. "Perhaps, but not by you alone." Jack felt Zara's hand grip his tightly. "We're not alone," she whispered fiercely. Jack looked at her, hope flickering. She raised her weapon, damaged, flickering, but still powerful. Jack raised his gun alongside her. Together they faced the entity, determined, united, ready to fight again. For Earth, for truth, for each other. The creature stood still, waiting, silent. Jack felt Zara's steady breathing next to him, strong despite the pain. Their weapons trembled in their hands. The creature seemed almost curious, watching them. Two warriors from two worlds, united against it. Then it spoke again, slowly, with power echoing inside their minds. "Your unity, unexpected, but meaningless. You fight a force older than your stars." Jack narrowed his eyes, keeping aim steady. "We might be small, but we don't give up." Zara smiled slightly beside him. "Never." Suddenly, the entity moved, fast, like lightning. Jack fired instantly. Zara shot alongside him. Their shots bounced off, rippling across its body like water. The entity surged closer, arms outstretched, power crackling in its fingers. Jack and Zara dove apart just in time. Blue lightning exploded around them, searing the ground. Jack rolled to his feet, heart hammering. Zara landed nearby, breathing hard. "We can't hurt it!" Jack shouted desperately. "We don't have to," Zara replied quickly. "We just need to trap it again." "How?" Jack asked, eyes wide. "It broke free before." She glanced at him sharply, eyes shining in the firelight. "Because someone opened the cage, but we can seal it again." Jack understood instantly. "The memory core?" Zara nodded. "Exactly. We lure it back to the vault, trap it, and lock it forever." Jack didn't hesitate. "Then let's do it." They ran together, dodging bolts of energy, metal fragments exploding around them. The creature followed, relentless. Jack looked over his shoulder. It was gaining, the burning eyes glowing fiercely. They reached the wrecked entrance of the vault, skidding inside. Jack fumbled through the darkness, searching desperately. "It's too late!" he shouted, panicking. "We'll never make it!" "Trust me," Zara said calmly, handing him the memory core. "You activate it. I'll hold it back." Jack froze, shaking his head. "No, it'll kill you." She stepped forward, gripping her glowing blade firmly. "If I don't, it kills everyone." Jack hesitated, eyes wide, filled with fear. "Zara." She gave him one last look, strong yet gentle. "Just hurry." Zara stepped outside the vault entrance, facing the creature alone. Jack activated the core, hands trembling. Lights flickered, screens glowed softly. The vault systems awakened slowly, humming louder and louder. He heard fighting outside, explosions, Zara's battle cries echoing bravely. "Come on, hurry!" Jack begged desperately, willing the core to finish charging. Outside, Zara fought fiercely, dodging blows, blade flashing, but the creature was too strong, too fast. It struck her hard. She fell, hitting the metal with a painful crash. Jack saw her collapse, heart stopping. "No!" The creature moved toward Zara, towering over her, raising its hand to deliver a final blow. Jack screamed, charging forward, firing wildly. Shots bounced harmlessly off, but the distraction was enough. Zara rolled clear, eyes flashing dangerously. "Jack, it's time!" Jack activated the final sequence. Energy exploded from the vault, pulling the entity inward, sucking it back into the containment field. The creature fought, screaming, resisting, but the trap was too strong. Zara scrambled toward Jack, limping. "Seal it! Now!" Jack slammed the button. The vault doors crashed shut, sealing the entity away forever. Silence. They stared at each other, breathing hard, alive. Jack rushed to Zara, holding her tightly. "You saved us." She smiled weakly, holding him close. "No, Jack. We saved each other." Smoke and silence filled the junkyard. The vault doors stood sealed, glowing softly. Their enemy trapped inside forever. Jack held Zara tightly, feeling her steady heartbeat. For a moment, neither spoke. They stood together, the weight of their victory sinking in. But Zara suddenly went weak, knees buckling beneath her. Jack caught her gently, fear stabbing his heart again. "Zara, no." She smiled weakly, eyes tired but still fierce. "I'm all right. Just tired." Jack guided her gently to sit, holding her carefully. Her armor sparked faintly, fading now. She looked at the sealed vault, sighing softly. "We did it, but it's never really over, is it?" Jack shook his head slowly, eyes heavy. "No, not yet." Footsteps echoed behind them. Jack turned sharply, guns raised from soldiers stepping from the shadows. Earth Command troops. their armor marked clearly. Jack raised his hand defensively. "Wait! Stand down! We stopped the threat!" But the soldiers aimed at Zara, cold eyes locked on the alien woman. Their leader stepped forward, voice hard. "Jack Sorrel, you've aided an enemy. Step away." Jack shielded Zara protectively. "No, she saved us. Saved Earth." The commander shook his head coldly. "Orders say different. She's an enemy combatant." Zara touched Jack's arm gently, whispering softly, "It's okay. I expected this." Jack turned to her, desperation flashing in his eyes. "No. We can run. No running," Zara whispered, gripping his hand firmly. "If I flee now, the war starts again." Jack's voice shook. "They'll kill you." She touched his cheek gently, smiling softly. "Only if you forget me." Jack swallowed painfully, shaking his head. "Never." Zara stepped forward, raising her hands calmly. Soldiers moved quickly, cuffing her wrists with glowing restraints. Jack stood helplessly, heart breaking. The commander stared coldly at Jack. "You'll be questioned next." Zara met Jack's eyes one final time as they led her away. Her lips moved silently, saying clearly, "I never forgot you, human." Weeks passed slowly. Jack stood alone in the junkyard again. The vault stayed quiet, secret secure, but his heart still heavy. Suddenly, footsteps crunched behind him again. Jack turned slowly, expecting soldiers, but it wasn't Earth Command. A cloaked figure stepped forward, holding out a familiar glowing bracelet. Jack's eyes widened sharply. "Zara?" The figure pulled back the hood. Zara smiled warmly, eyes sparkling again. "Jack, I told you, it's never really over." Jack stepped closer, heart racing. "How did you escape?" She smiled faintly, eyes strong again. "Your people underestimate me." She held out her hand, voice softening. "I'm leaving Earth. My ship is ready. You could come with me." Jack looked around at the world he'd known, then back to her eyes, full of hope. Without hesitation, he took her hand firmly. "Let's go." Above them, the stars stretched infinitely. Inside her new ship, Zara turned to Jack, eyes shining. "No regrets?" Jack smiled warmly, feeling truly free. "Only one. That we waited this long." She laughed softly, steering the ship toward the open universe. "Then let's not wait another moment." Together, they left Earth behind. Two warriors, forever united, ready for whatever awaited among the stars. Below, Earth glowed softly. The sealed vault silent, hidden. But deep inside, trapped forever in darkness, a single voice whispered quietly, "We never forget." End of story.